This is for week 2 of Courseera's Introduction to Music Production. Hi everyone, this is Tom Whitehead from Atlanta, Georgia. Today I'll be showing you a basic setup in my DAW, which is Pro Tools 8 LE. We'll begin by creating our session by selecting the Pro Tools LE icon. Click File, New Session. We will create our session from a blank template. We will select the type of audio files our session creates and select BWF broadcast wave format. Our uncompressed or lossless audio files are AIFF or WAVE. Some examples of lossy or compressed files are MP3 and AAC. Next, we're going to select our bit depth. Bit depth will affect our overall dynamic range, or the values we hear from loudest to softest. Our standard bit depth for a CD is 16 bits, and for video is 24 bits. We will select the 24 bits for this session. Next, we're going to select our sample rate. The industry standard for sampling rates are 44.1 kilohertz for CD and 48 kilohertz for video. For this session, we're going to select the 48 kilohertz. Next, we'll start our I/O for a standard stereo mix. We'll explain that in a little later, more in detail about the I/O. I'm going to select OK and then name our file and folder structure. It's extremely important to keep organized with the file structure, especially when working with many files and projects. So let's begin first by creating some tracks. You do this in Pro Tools by clicking the top track and then select new track. And then here in this box you can select the types of tracks and the number of tracks you want to create. We'll be recording an electric guitar directly into our Pro Tools Digi003 interface using the DI in, so we only need a mono audio track. But I'm also going to create a stereo master fader track where all of our audio in the session is summed. A quick shortcut for creating tracks is Apple Shift N for the new track. To create our click track, Pro Tools has made a shortcut, and then in creating the click track, you can just click select track and then click track. You can also create a auxiliary mono track and then put a plugin under instrument that says click track on it. So as you see, when you select on the click track in the dialog box, you can alter the different sounds. There's presets, the volumes for the different click tracks, so you can select the one that you need. Before we go any further, let's name our audio track for the instrument that we're recording on it. We'll call it Guitar 1, and any subsequent audio files created on the track will be called Guitar 1-1, Guitar 1-2, and so on. Next, we'll bring up our transport, and then we'll work on our count in. So we're going to select the window, go to the bottom and click transport. Select the arrow on the right hand side and select click all. You can view a bunch of different controls on this transport. Right now we're going to concentrate on our immediate right, and you can select the count off until it's highlighted in green. And then we'll double click the 2 bars icon on the immediate right and bring up a dialog box. There you can see we can alter the count off for what we need it to do, when the different parameters and peripherals, and when we want to turn it on, and for how long we want the count off to operate. Next, we'll look at our I/O for the track. On the right hand side on the track window, select the top gray box and select the channel that you've plugged your mic or instrument into. For this one is analog 1. And then on the bottom is the output of where your audio is going back into your computer. If you need to change this for a different stereo, mono, or multi-track channel setup, you can click the setup drop-down menu and select I/O and change your settings in this window. We'll check our recording peripherals to make sure that our system is optimized for the best recording, as a low buffering and as low latency as possible. But I have selected a buffer size of 256 samples. Okay, we're going to begin recording, so we're going to have to record arm our track and transport. We do this by clicking on the track. You see the red record icon. We'll select that on the track and on the transport, and this enables our track to record. Once we have them enabled, we're going to hit play, and then our count off begins, and you'll hear in your headphones or in your studio monitors for what you set the count off for. For this, we've set it for 2 bars, so it will play 2 bars worth, and then it'll start recording. You can see our guitar is being recorded and the files being named, and then we can check where our files are going just to make sure they are being recorded. We'll go back to our folder structure and see that our files are created under the audio files folder. Thank you very much for watching this video. I greatly enjoyed making it, and I hope you can apply these same steps into your DAW at home. Thanks.